How's it going, guys? And today I am going to give you a video on 5 tips to help you run a D&D one-shot at a convention. For reference, I have run multiple one-shots at conventions, from small to big. My next convention will be at San Japan, where I'm running a Call of Cthulhu game. So anyway, let's get into it. So for tip number 1, we are going to say, write too much, but not too little. And you could say, why is this like an essential tip? Well, at cons, it tends to be, unless you're at like a small con where maybe they can put you in like the offline gaming room and you can run it all day. You may have 2 to 4 hours to do this one shot, right? And you're gonna have all players of all skill levels, and they are going to maybe not know how to play. So when you write too much, you can adjust for the speed that players are handling things and how fast they are getting through. I guess your one shot or your panel. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is don't care about the rules. And you could say, oh, well, why is this a tip, right? The rules are important and what makes D&D, D&D. What I mean by this is that you're going to have players of all ages, of all skill level, of all backgrounds. There's no need to be a rules lawyer, right? And this is an example. When I ran my first one shot at a small con in Houston, there was a little kid, probably no older than 9 years old. First time ever playing D&D, right? First time ever playing a tabletop RPG. And he wanted to be a drow that was basically like a sentient fireball. A sentient fireball that basically became a drow, right? There's like, all he wanted to do was cast fireballs and stuff like that. And I just worked with it. Like, I revamped like Sacred Flame into a fireball, a smaller fireball, etc. There's when it comes to stuff like that, you are there for players to have fun, and sometimes you may be their first experience with D&D. So do your best to make it fun for them. For rule number 3, we will go with know your audience. Know your audience, okay? And you can say, well, why is this important, right? Because depending on the type of panel you're running, depending on who you're playing with, you're gonna have to change things. Maybe you're running a one shot that's a darker one shot that's 18 plus, that you've run with friends before. But the difference between that and the con is that you know your friends and you know your friends' boundaries. And you know what may upset your friends and what may not. So this is a good way for those two things to overlap, right? You could change things a little bit, maybe use different language, etc. For rule number 4, uh, be good at improv. Okay, this isn't necessary, right? But if you were a DM that's awful at improv, which some of you are, there's nothing wrong with that. A con one shot may not be the best thing for you simply because you are not going to be able to expect every single thing, right? You are not going to be able to, I guess, like, expect that someone wanted to be a sentient fireball. So you got to be able to like change things and go with the flow and have fun. All those lovely things. And then rule number 5 is have fun. Because in the end of the day, us DMs, we do things to have fun. We run maybe one-shots, panels to have fun. And as long as you're having fun, it is the best thing like that you can do. I will say that running one-shots, especially if you're running at a smaller con, my first ever one was at a small con in Houston, and I was running the panel from 10 to 11 at night, Friday and Saturday, and then 10 to 5. I had no time to experience the con, but I had fun, right? When it comes to smaller cons, I tend not to really do anything anyway besides walk around and talk to people. So it was a good, I guess, change up. Uh, Networking is important with that. You meet cons, you can maybe get invited back as a permanent guest. If that's what you're trying to do with maybe DMing at some popular events or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, guys, like and comment down below your thoughts. More Baldur's Gate content coming soon. More gym content coming soon. I really don't know what this channel is going to be, but it's going to be something. Anyway, thank you for all your support on my first ever video hitting 700 views. That's insane. And yeah, guys, appreciate the support, and I'll see y'all later.